2024. Off the coast of Somalia, a Chinese fishing vessel, licensed in Puntland, is cruising when armed men storm the deck. In minutes, the crew of 18 is hostage. The hijackers demand $10 million ransom and post photos online. International naval forces call it a robbery at sea. No one knows which direction the ship is moving. No one knows if the crew is safe. This is real. This is happening right now. Subscribe to MysteryPlaybacksSeries.com and stay until the end, because not all piracy sails in stories long forgotten. Puntland, Somalia, December 13, 2024, 6:12 a.m. The sun rises quietly over the Gulf of Aden. Blue water stretches forever. Wind ripples gently across the waves. A Chinese fishing vessel, FV Tianyu 8, floats calmly near the Somali coastline. On board, 18 crew members. Some sip tea. Some check nets. Others just breathe in the salt air. It feels like a normal day. The world is asleep. No alarms. No fear. Just ocean. But underneath, something stirs. 6:18 a.m. A small dot appears on the radar. No one worries. It's probably just a passing skiff. But the speed is strange. Fast. Too fast. On deck, 23-year-old first mate Jin Lee squints toward the waves. He sees a boat, no fishing gear, just 4 men. All in black. They're heading straight for Tianyu 8. No time to call. No time to run. Within minutes, the skiff slams into the hull. The men jump aboard, guns raised. AK-47s. RPGs and machetes. One yells in broken English. Down! Down! Nobody move! In less than 90 seconds, the pirates take the ship. The captain, Yu Jiwei, is dragged to the bridge. A gun to his head. The radio is smashed. The satellite beacon ripped out. Phones thrown overboard. They speak in Somali, then broken Arabic. We are in control now. They wave a black flag. On it, a shark wrapped around a sword. This isn't just about money. This is revenge. There are 6 men. Their leader is called Madobi Hassan, age 31. He's known in Puntland. Once a fisherman. Now feared. In 2017, foreign vessels overfished his waters. In 2018, his uncle's boat was sunk by a patrol drone. In 2019, his son died during a coastal bombing. Madobi doesn't want a ransom. He wants to send a message. But he knows something else too. Holding a Chinese ship hostage gets the world's attention. By 7 a.m., the pirates take photos of the 18 men. Hands bound. Faces bruised. They send them through a smuggled phone to a Twitter account named at Coast Rebels 4. Caption: These are the thieves of our seas, $10 million, or they drown. The photos go viral within hours. BBC picks it up. CNN follows. Then Chinese state media confirms FV Tianyu 8 is missing. The world watches. Within 24 hours, Chinese authorities confirm contact with Somali officials. But Puntland's interim governor, Saadiri, makes it clear. These men are not working for us. They are pirates. But they know the coastline better than we do. Interpol opens a case. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime issues a warning. China deploys a destroyer to the region. Meanwhile, Captain Yu is forced to record a video. His voice trembling, he says, "We are alive. But for how long? Help us." Below deck, the 18 men are chained in groups of 3. No windows. No fresh water. Just one bucket. Mosquitoes swarm the air. Jin Lee whispers. They said we'll be sold if the money doesn't come. Sold. As what? To who? No one answers. One crewmate, Zhong Wei, aged 54, cries softly. He just wanted to earn money for his granddaughter's school. Naval ships patrol nearby waters, but the pirates have moved the ship inland, hidden in mangroves along the Somali coast. No drone can find them. No satellite can pinpoint them. And no local wants to talk. In Somalia's fishing towns, Madobi is seen as a hero. He protects the coast. He fights the foreigners. And this is his war. At 72 hours, the pirates send a new message. You have 7 days. No money, no lives. Then silence. The families of the crew cry on Chinese news. One wife says, "He was supposed to be home next week. Why isn't anyone saving them?" This is a real story. Every fact you hear is public. You can check it yourself. If real-life mysteries leave you breathless, subscribe now to at MysteryPlaybacksSeries.com. Because the truth hidden in plain sight might hit even closer to home. Madobi Hassan walks barefoot across the deck at night. He watches the stars. He listens to the waves. He smells the fear. To some, he's a criminal. But in his mind, he's a soldier. And this ship? It's proof that the world never cared about people like him. His father's fishing license was revoked when foreign vessels took over. So now, Madobi writes his own laws. He speaks to the hostages. Your country eats what we catch. Now you pay. The men are silent. No one dares look up. Below deck, 19-year-old Chen Dao has not eaten in 2 days. He holds a torn photo of his sister. In the darkness, he writes something on the wall using a nail. If I die here, tell her I tried. He stares at it. Then whispers, I'm not afraid. But he is. The crew begins to argue in hushed tones. Half believe the ransom will come. The other half? They think they're already forgotten. One man, Gao Ming, says, if they wanted us back, they'd be here already. The captain, Yu Jiwei, silences him. We don't die here. We don't die now. But even he's losing hope. In Puntland's coastal town of Bosaso, a teenage boy sells a memory card to a Western journalist. On it, new photos of the crew. Date stamped. Geotagged. It proves the ship is near Hafen Point, hidden among old fishing ruins. The journalist shares the location with a UN contact. But by the time they check, the ship is gone again. Madobi has informants. Someone tipped him off. It's now day 5. The pirates send another message. A 15-second clip, blindfolded men kneeling. A gun pressed to one head. A voice speaks. 2 days left. No lies. No rescue, $10 million. The video ends in static. The world gasps. But the Chinese government stays silent. They say they are handling it diplomatically. On Weibo, a hashtag begins trending. #bring them home now. Interpol believes Madobi isn't alone. They suspect he's backed by Al-Shabaab defectors, ex-militia trained in ambushes. They're not pirates looking for money. They're soldiers looking for headlines. Naval intelligence suggests Madobi now has connections to arms dealers from Yemen. Suddenly, this isn't just about 18 men. This is about a message to the world. Stay out of Somali waters, or pay in blood. Back on the ship, one hostage, Zhong Wei, writes a letter on torn fabric using burned plastic as ink. If I do not return, I forgive. I only ask that my granddaughter remembers me as brave. Tell her I tried. He wraps it in plastic and hides it in a pipe. He whispers, someday, someone will find this. It's now day 7. The deadline. The sun rises over the mangroves. The pirates are armed. The crew is silent. Madobi speaks on a final recording. We give 12 more hours. After that, we finish it. At sea, for naval ships wait, 2 from China, 1 from France, 1 from India. But they can't act without confirmation. No location. No safe way in. Every minute, the pressure builds. At UN headquarters in Nairobi, analysts debate options. One satellite image shows a heat signature near Toksween Marsh. Could it be the ship? A decision must be made. Send in a drone strike? Or wait for negotiators? One analyst says, if we're wrong, we kill the hostages. Another whispers, if we wait, we lose them anyway. The room falls silent. This is not fiction. Every detail is part of a real case that you can verify yourself. From news agencies to UN records, this is a true story. And it's still unfolding in our time. Tensions grow on board. One pirate, Rashid, just 22, begins to question Madobi's plan. He tells another, these men are workers, not soldiers. Madobi slams his rifle into a crate. They are all guilty, just like the rest. But Rashid is torn. He stares at Chen Dao, the 19-year-old hostage who hasn't spoken in days. That night, Rashid sneaks bread and water to the boy. The others notice. Whispers spread. Divisions begin. At 11:12 a.m. on day 7, the pirates upload a new video. It shows Captain Yu standing weakly, hands tied. He reads from a paper. We ask the world not to forget us. We are not the problem. We are workers. We only came to fish. Then, the camera pans to the 18 men, all kneeling, heads down. Then, the feed cuts. Panic explodes online. CNN runs the headline. Time is out, crew fate unknown. That night, Rashid makes a decision. He unlocks the rear cargo hatch and tells Zhong Wei, when I say run, you run. But Madobi hears the movement. He storms in. A shot fires. Rashid drops. Blood soaks the floor. The crew is dragged back to the hold. The hatch is welded shut. Madobi screams. No more games. He raises his radio. This is the end. At 2:43 a.m., Chinese forces receive a confirmed location via intercepted radio chatter. A covert team launches from the Type 052D destroyer. They approach by night, no lights, no sound. 5 commandos breach the rear using underwater gear. One whisper echoes through the comms. Keep them breathing. Inside, they find 7 crew members unconscious. One barely alive. A pirate hears movement and opens fire. Chaos erupts. Madobi grabs Captain Yu and pulls him toward the bow. He yells, "Tell them! Tell them what they did to us!" Then, a flash. A gunshot. And silence. By dawn, the Chinese Navy confirms 12 hostages rescued alive. 2 severely injured. 1 missing. 3 dead. Among the pirates, 3 killed. 2 captured. Madobi, gone. No one knows if he escaped or was lost at sea. Captain Yu survives, just barely. The youngest, Chen Dao, is taken into surgery for dehydration, but he survives. Rashid is buried at sea by the crew, wrapped in a tattered shirt. Captain Yu places a note over the waves. One good man. We remember. The FV Tianyu 8 is towed back to port, heavily damaged. Chinese officials don't allow the press on board. The hull is repainted. The name erased. In Somali waters, whispers spread. Madobi still lives. Others say he died a martyr. But the truth? No one knows. In the months that follow, China increases patrols in the Gulf of Aden. Somalia receives millions in anti-piracy funding. A UN report confirms this was the first hijacking of a Chinese vessel since 2019. The hashtag #Tianyu 8 is memorialized in Shanghai at a seafarer's shrine. Zhong Wei's letter is printed and placed on a wall. If I do not return, I forgive. 6 months later, a child in Somalia draws a boat in the sand. She asks her mother, "Was that the ship with the good man?" The mother nods. Yes. And now the sea is quieter, but it remembers. Have you heard this story before? What would you do, floating between death and silence? Subscribe now to at MysteryPlaybacksSeries.com. Because every week, we reveal the darkest truths hidden in plain sight. Watch the next story on your screen, or dive into our full playlist of real crimes and chilling mysteries. The next one might hit even closer to home.